Hey all, and welcome to another episode of Smoker's Guide to Hallmark. Today we will be watching a movie on Netflix called In-Lawfully Yours, which is about a recently divorced New Yorker moves to a small town and falls for a local pastor who happens to be her ex's brother-in-law. That's awkward. I don't know how this is going to go down, but we'll find out, won't we? Here we go. So she found her husband cheating on her. By the way, this main chick desperately needs a cheeseburger, way too skinny. So he's cheating on her and he's like, I can't get a divorce, my parents would be devastated. And then now his dad's dead because his dad was in a coma. Oh, fucking shit. So they're walking up to the funeral of the father, and her ex-husband, who has not told his mother yet that they're getting divorced, they don't know, was talking to some dude, and she seemed really upset, and Jess, the main character, was like, what's going on? And the ex-hubby was like, that's an insurance broker, he's mad. And then Jess was like, I'll take care of him. Anyway, so something transpired. Turns out it wasn't an insurance salesman, it was the ex-husband's brother, who's also the pastor at the funeral. So hashtag awkwards. Okay, so it's not really her brother-in-law, okay? Because this dude, this pastor guy, married the ex-husband's sister. So he's not a brother-in-law. I don't know why they explained it like that, because technically it's not a brother-in-law. It's just it's your sister-in-law, your ex-sister-in-law's husband. That's like no relation at all. And now this husband Chaz has some skeevy deal going down with the house, which is why he needs him out in 2 weeks. Her husband is a skeeve bag. He's definitely conspiring against Jess and staying in this town. So she's leaving in 2 weeks, so she's gonna fall madly in love with this dude in 2 weeks. This is gonna be crazy. She's interrupting again, and I have secondhand embarrassment. So now the ex-husband is trying to get his mom out of this house that she lived in for 40 years, right? Turns out he's trying to sell it behind her back so it can be demolished. Like, how much of a dick move is that? To push your mom out of her house, her home of 40 years after her husband died. What a dick-ass son. What the fuck is this with this Doris lady in the past? Does she have a hard-on for him? Because she's like all up in his face on his personal life. Like, back up, bitch. Now they're praying. He's praying for her soul in front of her. He just kissed her and then ran away instead of taking his car. I guess he must have a pretty big boner if he wanted to do that. Okay, now all of a sudden this dickwad Chaz shows up. Like, hey honey, what's happening? He's totally fucking gaslighting her, this dickwad, this fucking dick shit wad. I'm gonna be so goddamn fucking pissed about this dick shit wad. Oh my god.
Hey y'all, well, something horrible just happened. I took a break from watching the movie for a few days because I got sick of it. And then I went back onto Netflix and they took the movie off. And I had 20 minutes left of the movie. So I never saw the end of the movie. I assume they get together. I have no idea what happened. But let me give you the rundown, like the whole summary of the movie again, just because it was a confusing ass movie. Okay, so wife and ex-husband, they got divorced. But the wife's mother-in-law, ex-husband's mother, is having a hard time. So wife goes and moves in with ex-mother-in-law and meets her ex-husband's ex-brother-in-law, which is confusing as fuck. Basically, the ex-husband's sister died and that was her husband. And the ex-brother-in-law happens to be a pastor. So wife and ex-brother-in-law get together, but the town is so involved in their lives that they're kind of trying to destroy the relationship. Also, wife does not seem to understand religious rituals where she just stands up in the middle of a sermon and just like starts asking questions, but I would think it's not normal to just interrupt the pastor and be like, excuse me, this don't make no sense. So that was that movie. That was In-Lawfully Yours. I hope they got together in the end, which would make it so cheesy and ridiculous and perfect. But the movie was shit. Like, it was a really bad movie. The ex-husband was a skeevy dude, like, trying to get everybody in the town to, like, gang up against the wife and, like, kick her out because the ex-husband wanted to kick his mother out of her home after her husband died. Her husband's dead. Like, his father just died, and he's trying to kick his mother out of the house that she's living in so that he could buy it and sell it for development. That's a shitty son thing to do. That's a shit-ass son. He was a dick. He was a dickhead. Anyway, from what I saw of the movie, which is I think it's the first hour, it's gotta be like a 2 out of 10. Like, it's horrible, you guys. Like, it was so bad. And another problem was, like, if you didn't understand a lot of religious religious texts, if you haven't read the Bible, or if you've never been to Sunday school, or if you've never been to Catholic school, like, you wouldn't get a lot of the references that they were making in the movie to the Bible. There was a lot of times where they were calling her names, but you would understand why they're calling her that name unless you read the Bible. It was bad. It's definitely a 1 out of 10. I don't recommend seeing it. Not like you can anymore because it's not on Netflix. So I guess it's a win-win for everybody. You don't have to watch it. It's not available. Everything's good. So that was this episode of A Smoker's Guide to Hallmark. I hope it was... You don't ever have to watch it. Don't ever watch it. Stay tuned for some more episodes. We got some Meow Mommies coming, but we got a lot, so stick around.